Torpedo Bats. This is a story that has swept the sports nation over the last couple of days. The New York Yankees are using that cheating freaking porch in short right field to hit pop-ups that go over the goddamn wall. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Aaron Judge and Wells and Jazz Chisholm and all the other hitters in that stinking Yankee lineup. But when I first heard this, Josh, I ain't gonna lie to you, my first thought was, oh my God, it's Houston Astros. They're cheating. Here we go, all over again. And then you do this research and you realize, wait a minute, they're not changing the length of the bat. They're not changing the weight of the bat. All they're doing is distributing the part where the ball hits the bat the hardest from the label, the bottom of the bat to the middle of the bat. So then when you swing, most forcible contact with the wood is on the base of the bat, which theoretically means the ball travels further. And it is the Yankees, and it is in that stadium. They have not played a road game yet. I know they have 15 homers in 3 games or whatever the number is, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, you know what? I know like a Twins catcher, I think, used this the other day and went 0 for 4. So I don't know. I think we gotta wait.
The Cincinnati Reds used one, and he hit like 2 home runs or something.
I think we gotta see more data on it. I don't know.
I'm not gonna make a big stink about it. Like, and they were facing the Brewers. Like it's not like they were facing the Dodgers or the Red Sox or Houston or one of these high caliber teams. Like Milwaukee's more of like a middle of the road type team.
Yeah, I would say this year they are. That NL Central is certainly wide open for debate. Was it? I thought the Yankees were going to fall off a little bit this year because they're missing Garrett Cole. Early on, obviously, it doesn't look like it, but it is also April. Stats are all inflated here. We've only played 3 or 4 games to start the season. Like, I don't know. I think it works for some players. Aaron Judge said he tried it and didn't like it. So
yeah, and I think it'll work for some ballparks, not all. Like, you look at Oracle Park out in San Francisco, for example. I don't think the Torpedo Bat would get a ball out of there. It's so hard to hit a home run in San Francisco.
That's the thing. The home run Wells hit the other day to lead off for the Yankees would not have been a home run in 29 other ballparks.
Well, it might have been a home run in the minor league ballpark that the A's are playing.
or I believe, aren't the Rays in a minor league ballpark now because they're rebuilding Tropicana or they're doing something after the hurricane?
Well, no, they're not rebuilding Tropicana. That deal fell through. But they're playing in the Yankees spring training stadium. Yeah. It's kind of sad that we have the A's and the Rays both in this situation.
I'm telling you what, when the Yankees and Dodgers go there, go to your favorite betting site and bet Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge and runs at that ballpark.
Yes, and neither one of them will have to use the Torpedo Bat.
Oh, man.
Oh, it'll be hilarious.
You know what, though? I have 4. Like, I talked about this. We talked about this a little bit. Baseball, I think, we talked about the fact that the WNBA maybe is obviously on the rise and couldn't surpass baseball. All of a sudden, baseball has made all these rule changes, and I'm sorry, but I think the sport of baseball is making a comeback.
It very well could be. You know, it's interesting that, like, torpedo bats are all the rage, because don't you remember back in, like, what was it, the early 2000s or whatever? People were putting cork in their bat thinking that would make a difference.
Oh, I've always said, and this may be my most controversial statement I will ever make in life, baseball is better with cheating when you don't get caught. Give me steroids, give me torpedo bats, give me tar, give me all of it.
The funny thing is, the corked bat actually did the opposite of what the players wanted because the cork ended up acting more like a sponge and absorbing the energy. And instead of hitting a home run, it probably turned into more of just a regular flyout.
And for the record, I don't want to see back-to-back dingers. I think baseball is at best when you get base hits, when you get doubles, when you get stolen bases. Then you get the big dinger where it's like, I like baseball when there are people on the move. So the Yankees hit 9 homers the other day. They scored 20 runs. All that's fun and cool. But you know what? By the third inning, you're like, this game's over. I don't need to watch this anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Baseball, to a certain extent, like, can get boring.
That's why, and I was against banning the shift. I thought the shift was a brilliant strategy, and I thought it was up to the hitters to figure it out. But you know what? It really has opened up the game. It's opened up that first to third. I always love that drama when you get a base hit and the guy goes from first to third. Like, there's something about baseball base running that I love the drama of it.
The one thing I don't love with baseball right now is that silly ghost runner at second. Like,
yeah, I don't love it either. I do think, and I saw it in spring training where they have the new technology now, sort of like the NFL, where you can challenge a ball or a strike call. That's going to be implemented, I think, here or sooner rather than later. And hopefully that will allow for more consistency in the umpiring, because that to me is the biggest challenge right now in baseball. Is I understand that every umpire has its zone, and I'm a traditionalist in that too. Some umpires give the high pitch, some give the low pitch. But the problem is they are way too inconsistent now at what they call.
Yeah. And it's interesting, like, every umpire has his own strike zone. Like, you got to know who's behind the plate and what their strike zone
is part of the game. But again, my point is every umpire has its strike zone. But if I call the pitch up here a strike one time for a hitter, and the next time he comes up, I call that a ball, well, what in the living hell is the hitter supposed to do?
Yeah, true.